everybody!
from Texas and Colorado.
Yep. We've got storms today.
Oh, do you?
We had a kind of shower thing going about 2 hours ago.
I talked to Dad just a little bit ago, and he didn't say anything at all. Hello, Lori Wallace. Look, there's Cheryl.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, good to see you. Little Rosie is here. Hello, how are you? Hello, Deneen. Sandy from Red Heart Crochet Magic is here. How is everybody doing? It's been forever since we have talked to Cheryl here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it sure has.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
Things have been really different around here, so we'll talk about that in a little while, but I can always talk about that. So what's going on with you? Tell me how you are. Oh, there's Bonnie. Yay.
Hi, Bonnie. Okay, first of all, good news.
Hello, Miguel.
Hi, Miguel. How are you? First of all, my baby, Brenton, is graduating high school.
Yay.
Now
so when? Is that this month?
Thursday next week. Graduation for him. So yes, no more school system. No more of the political BS in the school system and everything else like that. So yay!
Yes, I know, because it's been a fight. I know it's been a fight for you. If you don't know, Cheryl's son, Brenton, has some learning disabilities.
Intellectual disability.
He has, so it's been a long, hard battle.
Yes.
But yeah, congratulations to him.
Yes. I'm I have to say was all Brenton, because he could have, hi Frozen, he could have done exactly like his older sister and his older brother and kind of did a continuation type thing with school.
Oh.
He got in his head that I'm going to show those two up and I'm going to graduate on time. Guess what he's doing?
Oh, so he's graduating on time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. And also, I have basically, as of Friday, I will no longer be working for the body shop that I work at, so that I can stay home and take care of Brenton on a full-time basis and stuff like that. And I wouldn't be doing it if it hadn't been for the fact that I'm a provider for him through the state, which allows him to not only have therapies, programs that he can work with and everything else like that. I'll be home with him more. So that will help us develop our relationship a lot better too.
Yeah.
So,
and through that relationship, now you'll be able to help him more.
Yes.
It's not just them helping him, which it wasn't anyway, but it was difficult with the job and everything else too.
Hi, Susan. How are you? Or Sue. Sorry, Sue. So anyhow, but yeah, that's where we're at. So on that note, so as of after Friday, I no longer go to my 9-to-5 job and I get to stay home. Not only do I get to stay home, but I get to train my puppy, who has gotten huge. Matter of fact, he's right down here. Do y'all want to see how big he's gotten?
Sure. Oh, there's Julianne.
Hi, Julianne. How are you? So, all right, let me show him. Come here,
Tina.
Oh, come here, bub. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, he has gotten big.
Turn around. Say hi.
Oh, now service is coming. Hi, bub.
So yes, he's no longer little. He's getting pretty big
He is
and
getting big.
spoiled
You're not going to be
rotten.
able to do that too much longer.
I'm not going to be able to pick him up in another month or two.
Not especially with your back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's already over 15 pounds. The vet's given him a clean bill of health, and he's
That head,
definitely living up to
is it
his
just
name.
me or is his head getting bigger too?
Look at those paws. Look how big his paws
Those
are.
paws. Oh my gosh. When he grows into that head and those paws.
Yep, and he's got lots of skin too. Yes, yes. So, all right, I'll put you down. There you go. Now you can go harass the yarn. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other thing he's now finding that he wants to play with.
So does he
Yarn.
chew it up?
No, he just grabs it and tears the bands off. And then I have to yell at him.
So he's
Don't
basically
do
kind of
that.
batting it around. Oh,
Oh, and then he thinks it's a game because he wants to he played what is that? Cat and mouse chase thing, catch release. So that's where we're at. So yeah, it's been kind of fun. So I have a lot more time now. So I can
yeah.
start working on my videos a lot more. I know I keep on saying I have all these videos that I need to make,
But you'll
which is
have
I
more
do.
time. You won't be
Yes,
so stressed and tired. And I think
yes.
you can think it through a little bit more.
On top of that, then I can think it through and plan it out better instead of just showing real quick yarn hauls because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
everybody's going to get tired of yarn hauls. So I don't know about that, but
Well,
it's like,
I'm sure they want to see more of what you're making and stuff too.
yes, I mean it, and that's what I have a video I plan on trying to figure out how I'm going to set it up to do it because I not only make amigurumis, but I make ponchos, I make shawls, I make scarves, and a butt
Right.
ton of hats.
Right.
I think I have more hats than I know what to do with. So, there's just a lot of stuff that I gotta get it planned out. So,
Hello, Patricia, Starla, Laura,
hello,
Lucy.
everybody
Greetings
coming
to
in.
everybody coming in. Thank you for being here. We're saying hello to Cheryl. We haven't seen her in a while. I
I
kind of
know.
I kind of pushed this one off just a little bit
Hmm.
because I had been doing them at 6 o'clock. Well, Anthony of Tier Talk was on at 6, and he had Sharon Creates on, and she's probably still over there because they're still going. They've been going for
Right.
over 2 hours over there, but I didn't want to push this off anymore. So,
Well, that's good. I'm glad. But I mean, that way we could all get to hang out and check
yeah.
out everything and stuff like that.
And Jilliam, hello to you. I missed her earlier. Lorna McKenzie's over here. Hello. Anybody else I missed? Just put your hand up if I didn't say it. Give me your hand out there in the chat if I didn't say hello to you, because I did not mean to leave you out.
And by the way, I got to meet our Miss Julie M for the
Yes,
first time
I was
on
going to say I
Friday
didn't know how
of last
much
week.
that I don't, I like to keep people's stuff private if I can, so I didn't know. What was that?
All right.
What, that was like a little squeal. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Excuse me.
are you he's not a Wookiee. Uh,
Nope.
no.
Nope. Mr. Foxy bought himself
Well, Viking.
a Viking hat with the beard because I have been promising him to make
Well,
one, and I
aren't
haven't. Do you want to take? He hasn't took it off since I've been home.
it,
Can I
aren't
show
aren't
that
they a
everybody?
little bit like a little bit limp? Shouldn't those be going like this, or would that look more like?
So he's got the ram horn style. It's all
Yeah,
it's all crocheted,
it's nice.
and the beard.
Wow, look at all that.
Yep. So I thought that was pretty funny. So now I've got to see if I can recreate this. If not, I'm going to buy the pattern.
Yep, because I
That's
want one
fun,
with that.
though. That's
Because
really fun.
he wants one with the red beard.
There you
So,
go. You could customize it for him.
yes. And yes, fighting the school system on any type of special needs and the IEPs, it has been a
Nightmare.
tremendous battle.
Yeah.
Tremendous battle. So, because my son, Brenton has to have certain needs, like behavioral needs, where they come in and to the house or to the schools. I can't get them to go to the schools because the school system won't let him, which sucks.
They're
Because
supposed to have their own stuff, aren't they?
they don't have it. I keep on getting this, well, we don't have the funding, or, well, we don't really have this, or we don't have the manpower. I'm like going, not my problem. Figure it out.
Uh-huh. Well, guess what?
I've given the school system solutions. They still will not take them up. So, but yes, back to Miss Gilliam. We had a fabulous time together. We got to go to several thrift stores, and we hit Michael's, and I spent a lot of money.
And I still haven't heard everything that y'all did. So,
no, we also went out to lunch. We had a good lunch. We went to my favorite place, of course. You've been there, El Super Taco.
Oh, El Super Taco. That's a good place. They
And
have such really unique things there, I think.
oh yeah, I'm hoping she enjoyed it. She said she did, but I'm gonna let her, say yes, yes, or no, 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 one of the two. So, and then we hit up a couple of thrift stores and stuff like that. I found some wool for her. Uh, yep, I sure did hit Michael's up, really. I just went in there for a couple of yarns, but I wound up leaving out with like 20 or 30 skeins of yarn.
Oh,
And
she said it was a marvelous day.
I think so. I thought
I hate that I missed it. I was supposed to be there, but they
Mhm.
changed my dad's the date of my dad's surgery, so I wasn't there. But someday,
I didn't say this, but to Miss Gilliam, but I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, I need to lose a lot more weight. And I think if the three of us got together, it's going to be shop to
I
the
know,
wall and no
I know.
stopping.
We'd have done some real damage.
Oh yeah. But yes, we did get some. And I joined the bandwagon myself on the whip carts. I actually
Oh,
bought one.
yeah.
Yep. I bought the rose gold because they didn't have it in purple, of course. So I got the rose gold instead.
There's Lori. How you feeling, Lori? I bet you've been busy with the last week of school coming up. If you guys did not see it, I put a video up earlier today where I showed Alice's squares. Matter of fact, I'm working on one. I've got them right here.
They're very pretty. I like them.
And I'm starting to put the stuff on these.
Oh my goodness.
Lori's working on amigurumi. Well, you and Cheryl are. Is
Well,
anybody else? Okay, a one in the chat if you're making amigurumi right now, guys. A one in the chat if you're making amigurumis, please. I need to see how many people are doing it. Are you doing it?
I am. I have a work in progress that is been giving me.
Yeah, they were having they're having a really good sale right now. They are.
I was
Patricia
thinking about
says,
buying some more. I was thinking about buying some more off of the Hirschner sale, but I'm like going, I gotta get this yarn used up.
yeah. I've been cleaning in here in the she shed, you guys, and as you saw, I got this new stereo from Mr. Fiber, and
That was
so I
cool.
had to, yeah. I love it. I've been playing vinyl, and I can't dance around in front of it though because it skips.
Mm-hmm.
This floor in here is not on a slab,
Uh-huh.
so there's air under it. So if I walk around much, it skips. But that's okay. It's no big deal. I can come back here and dance, and it's not so bad.
There you go. I know I haven't been had a chance to catch up on my crime
And
blanket.
I did get yours, Bonnie. Miguel's been doing amigurumi. Look at you, Miguel.
Hey, congratulations, Miguel. Hey, I've got some patterns that I found for free with chickens in them. And if you would like them, please let me know. Maybe I will email them to you if you
That's
would
me
like
too,
them.
Jeannie. I'm working on orders also, and the so I'm working on the squares and I'm working on orders. So I'm pretty tied up with that. I have been trying to get the shawls video done, and I haven't been able to get that finished.
You
We
are
had
a
111 degrees today,
wow.
so
I'm sorry.
it's bad. Okay, it's
No,
like the
no,
fires of hell over here.
it's
Okay.
what Mr. Foxy said. It's what
Oh,
got me laughing.
oh, what did he say? Or can you
Because
say it?
when you said 111, he yelled out of the room and he goes, "Keep it over there." Okay, our highs have been in the 80s, so I'm not going to complain too much, but anything over 85 is too hot for me.
We're laughing and we're sending hugs to you, Sandy, so you feel better.
So I hope you do
You
feel
feel
better.
better. It's okay. I don't know what it was. Miguel, was it 111 there too?
Probably.
Holy cow. Well, we may be cooking them by now. I don't know. They they may be a steak out there in the field. I have no idea. Haven't seen them. They're hiding.
I don't blame them. It's too hot for them.
They're probably down there at the spring, just laying in the
Mhm.
water.
And to
Oh,
answer,
20. My gosh, she's been industrious. Look at that. Holy Toledo.
what was that braided bead? Oh my goodness.
80. It's still hot. It is. That is.
Yeah.
Now, I
Um,
don't know what that translates to. Miguel, you're under 100. I'd take that.
yeah, I'm gonna have to get Miguel's email address so that I can send those patterns to him.
Okay.
So, or he can
Miguel,
email me, one of the two.
yeah. Or email. Now, just so you know, I have changed my Scott Nightbot was really it was just too much. Okay. So I have a lot less. Yours is not in here. Nobody else's is in here. There's just it's really stripped down Nightbot right now. It's just basically just my stuff going on. Just a
Hmm.
few of them sprinkled in. And I still need to work on like, the timers and stuff like that. But it was just the chats were just getting too I don't know, too crowded. So
Darcy,
hey,
Darcy,
Anna Michelle is here.
Darcy, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I do try to make it colorful. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming when I want to start creating something. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
that's hot. Ugh, no cars
it's
with
not
ACs. That's
it's
ugh,
not fun at all. So it's
no.
just been I went out earlier today and I went to the post office and then I made that video so y'all could see the squares. I mean, I'm like, I don't know if I can use these in the square because
They're too pretty. They're
I
knitted,
told
and
her I said I have to keep some for myself.
they are very pretty. I like those. Oh my
Gorgeous.
gosh, I was drooling. Yeah,
Hello,
53 in
Delphine.
PA. Wow, that's amazing.
So, okay, show us now. Is anybody have any questions up front? Now, we're running a year-long amigurumi. You can
Mhm.
post your amigurumi pictures in the chat. I mean, in the yeah, in on Facebook. And I want to say this too because I know there's a couple of people right now that have put in to be members on the Facebook group, and we'd love to have you, but you have to answer the questions because that's the only way we know that you are a real person and that somebody else has not taken over your account.
Very true.
You have to
Very
answer the
true.
questions, and I'm sorry about that, but if you don't answer the questions, we ain't letting you in, right, Lori? And I bet it is beyond hot. I can't even. I can't even. I mean, I've got 2 window units going in here,
Oh my
and
goodness.
they haven't shut off. They're just
I'm very
nonstop.
I'm very thankful that the lower level is somewhat cooler than the upper level,
Right.
but I keep the windows open and we just have that going through. So it's been staying pretty comfortable.
Yeah, that's good. Um, okay, so I'm working on squares. I just started, I'll show it to you.
Little Rosie, that's not a bad temperature for Whittier. Usually it's a lot hotter down there.
I showed this the other day. I'm using this sugar wheel peppermint to me,
Pretty, pretty, pretty.
and this is the cowl to go with the hat. This is a commission, and then I have one more hat that's on commission. Here's the hat again for those who
Oh,
haven't seen it.
that's pretty.
I know Cheryl likes it. She's going to want one
Hi,
like that.
hi, J Bug. How are you? Miguel says.
Hello. Nice to see you, Julie.
Miguel says I was in your Facebook group, but the last 2 times I tried to post, it would not post. Don't know why.
I don't know either. I tried to figure that out, but I couldn't help it. I could not do much for him. So
So last time we spoke, we talked about the crochet book that I got.
hold on just a second.
Okay.
We're still showing. So I just
Oh,
started.
I'm sorry.
This is the cowl,
Hmm. I
and I
like that.
just started with the paws right there.
Wow, that's going to turn out really good.
So that's going to be so I'm going to do the paws, and then I'm going to go back to this other, and then I'll finish with the purple. Anyway, there's that one. That's mainly what I've been working on is the orders and the duty run squares. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. I like that. Well, see, you're a busy girl. You took on some stuff, you know?
Yes, I did.
So anyhow, we talked about that Winnie the Pooh book that I got,
Yes.
about a month ago, seems like. So, and I still have to do a review. So we all chose Winnie the Pooh for my challenge on it. And, well, let me see if I could do this without giving away the pattern. There we go. So the picture shows the head. Okay.
Okay.
Head.
Okay. Let's show the picture again.
Covering up stuff. Doesn't
Okay.
look like it, the head at all. So it's giving me some difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, Sandy. Take care, hon.
Because and then they tell you to mark off for where where the eyes are supposed to go,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't say use scrap piece of yarn, don't use anything. So I've got the spots where the eyes are supposed to go, but it doesn't say how to go about doing it.
Okay.
So it's given me some very difficulties. Now, from what the book is so far easy to read, I understand what they're saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you see that by
What?
Bonnie?
No. You need to stop at more stuff pretty tight to indicate the eyes.
So she's saying, don't put quite as much stuffing, that it's pretty tight.
Well, I was crocheting pretty tight too. There's
Oh yeah,
not a lot of stuff.
actually you haven't really stuffed it fully yet.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't think she's
No.
really at that point. But she's saying she's saying you indent the eyes instead of marking them or whatever.
Well, it doesn't say how to indent the eyes
Yeah.
in the pattern. That's what I'm having difficulties with.
Yeah. It sounds like she's been through this too on some patterns.
I'm probably am going to have to go back and do that because I want to put safety eyes in this, not they call beads. So, but otherwise, this head is kind of looks like a paw.
Or a beret. To me, when you hold it like that, that looks like a beret.
Looks like a paw.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
And it doesn't look nothing like the head in the pictures. So this I'm not letting this pattern kick my butt. I'm going to kick its butt. So that's where I'm going. But I wanted to point out something on this that I thought was pretty darn good.
Me too, Patricia. Me too, because it's been blinking. Power Grid.
Oh, nice. Lori, thank you. I'm going to check her out. I haven't seen some of her stuff yet. But anyhow, it tells you the skill level. Whoops, sorry.
Oh, by balls. Okay, so that's their coding system.
No, it tells you where the skill level is. Right in here.
Oh, intermediate. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I really like that. I consider myself a somewhat intermediate, but I thought it was pretty nice. The only thing I kind of have a little issue with on this is my eyes are getting tired. The yellow for the numbers don't really work well with tired eyes.
You know what I would do? I would go back and use your own
marker
and highlighter.
Oh, that's a fabulous idea.
So go back in, but when you do, you need to write like where the pattern shows that it's in yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Do the yellow with the same color that you're going to do the yellow in it with. You know, so you remember that means yellow.
Oh, definitely. I mean, and it's really nice that almost each and every one of the patterns is, sorry. So each one of the characters has got that level.
Now,
intermediate.
Can you show us the front of the book again?
Yeah.
And they're all sure that you can do this, Cheryl. Everybody says you can do it. And Bonnie says, actually, once you fill it in, it might not look quite as much like that.
You're very, I keep on telling myself that too. But I'm sitting here, my brain is just not wanting to compute right now.
You're just tired and you got a lot of stuff going on.
Exactly. And this is probably so I took on a little bit more than what I was ready for.
I don't know if she's watching or go ahead, keep going. I'll show what I'm going to show here.
Okay.
Just a second.
So I don't know if it was something that I picked, that I chose to, I'm sorry guys, my brain's having a little bit of a brain fart here. Um, picked up, bit off more than I could chew. There we go. That's what I was trying to say with everything that's been going on and the stressors of life. And I'm just like, oh, brain doesn't want to compute.
What I would say probably is, and this is, I'm telling you this from someone who has dyslexia.
I have dyslexia too, dear.
Okay, I forget that. So we both know this then.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we see it, we don't really see it.
Mm-hmm.
We can see it, we can read it, we can pronounce everything. We're good to go. We know exactly what it says, but it doesn't compute.
And that's what my issue is it's not computing. So like I said, I think I may have bit off more than I can chew at the time. But like I said, I am not going to allow this pattern book to kick my butt.
Right. Just
I'm
chew
going to get it done.
Yeah.
So this is going to be my, do I really want to do it now pattern, or shall I work on it and see what's happening pattern? Right. But anyhow, but
what I was going to say is, one of the things that I do in that circumstance is I take it in smaller portions.
And that's what I'm going to have to do. Now,
break it down as far as you have to, even if it's down to, what does this sentence say?
Yeah.
And read it to somebody. I usually run it by Mr. Fiber, and I say, this is what I see. And usually when I read it out loud, he'll look at me and he'll say, but that's not what that says. Most often, that's what he'll tell me. And I'm like, oh,
good.
Right. That is not what that says. But it takes doing that sometimes to get it, to really get it.
So I did work on a pattern, and it was an easy peasy pattern. But this is the pattern I found and that I worked on.
The Pillow Cat. Okay, so this one is Lion Brand Pillow Cat. Okay, hold on. I'm supposed to be taking notes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I didn't have, I want to make a blankie yarn.
Okay.
But I used my Burnett blanket because I do have a ton of it.
Okay.
And here she is.
She's so cute.
And she's about 13 inches tall, maybe a little bit more.
I was going to ask that because I was trying to gauge it, and for some reason I'm just not being able to gauge what she is. Hello, Joan, Diamond Girl. Yes, he did. Is he done over there? I tried to hang out, but I needed to start over here.
Supposed to be back at 7:30, babe. Okay. All right. That's from the tip of the ear.
Hold still.
To the bottom of the foot.
Looks like 19.
Okay, so I was wrong. I was off by 6 inches. So anyhow, this is what I got.
Okay. I figured he was still going because Alicia B is not here. So.
And this does sit up,
So it's pretty good.
It's okay. I mean, I have it propped up on yarn cakes and stuff. And I did choose to go with bigger eyes. The eyes are purple. See that? I don't know if you can see that. There we go. You can see that?
Oh, I love it. I bought some of those. Not purple ones, but I bought some that size.
Yep.
He is super cute, Cheryl. I really like that. I would love to do the blanket yarn stuff. I really would.
I think I've got arthritis in my wrists and hands. Okay. So if I do too much of the thicker yarn, I notice that my wrist hurts right in here more than anything, and then my hands just want to pop all the time,
Right.
crack them. So this is one of the things that I did. Now I know. Hey, Alicia, how are you?
Oh, welcome in. There's
So,
Kathy R. How are you today? There's Alicia B.
yep.
Anthony was just, that's 2.5 hours he ran, but I'm going to go back and watch it. I'll go back and watch it.
Oh my gosh, that is just, I watched some of it and I'm just amazed. But anyhow, so
But I
I was
really like
ambitious.
those eyes on him. I know a lot of people do the embroider them on or whatever, but I really like those glass eyes. I don't know.
They're
And I
actually
feel like they're okay.
acrylic.
I mean,
They're the acrylic safety eyes.
yeah.
I got them off of Amazon.
Well, I got some, but I got them in
over here,
brown.
but yeah. So not only did I do this one.
See, I've got.
Yeah, I have them, but I have bigger ones too. I mean, I even have some that are about like this big, Jill.
Yeah, I don't have any of those. I'm going to, now that I have a container I can put them in. See, I got the brown one.
Mm-hmm.
And it says it's a wiggle eye.
You want to hear something? I've been checking with Hobby Lobby, and Hobby Lobby sometimes has the safety eyes. It all depends on which one you go to, but they have maybe a 10-pack or something like that for $1.99.
That's what I did. It was in clearance. They just throw one over there ever so often.
But no, they have it in their doll making stuff, in their doll section.
Okay.
And under the wiggly eyes, they call them wiggly eyes. So
that's what that is. But I got mine in the clearance. I think I paid like $1.40 something on clearance.
I've always paid $1.99 for mine. But anyhow, so
everybody from over there is coming in. Hi, Jean.
Nice. So nice. Can't talk. So needless to say, not only was I kind of ambitious, and the reason why I'm telling you my wrist is hurting is because I not only did one, but I did two.
Yeah, let me see the other one. Oh, is that the second one?
My second one.
Similar. Now the brown goes down a little bit farther.
Because I had a scrap ball of the tan.
Right.
And that I was using on the tips of the feet of this one. So I'm sitting there going, I don't want it on my shelf. I didn't have enough of this yarn to make the whole body.
Right.
Now, I'm going to say this. I emphasized on this one.
Okay.
I actually made the head longer. I actually tightened it up more in the neck, and then I flared it out.
Okay. And how do you feel about doing it that way? Did you like it better?
I do.
Okay.
So I had enough left over to make one ear in the matching color of this one. But I also had a scrap ball, and I could tell, this is how I could tell. This is an older Burnett scrap ball blanket.
Okay.
Because it's stiffer, it's harder, and not so fun to work with.
So they've changed the way they make it?
I think so.
Interesting.
So, and then
you get a lot of that stuff in some of that thrift stuff that you get.
So I had enough to make the bottom of the feet.
Uh-huh.
And the ear. And then I took, because I didn't have enough, you can see where I added white here to make the arms. And then added white here to make the leg. And then I made a solid white leg with a solid white tail.
We're going to call this one the Scrappy Pillow Cap.
Calico.
Miss Calico. It's truly a calico, isn't it?
Miss Calico is what I'm calling her.
There you go.
Nice is the pink yarn that I used kind of matches that.
It does.
So
That's great.
I
I think
had
they're
a
cute.
I had a method to my madness. So I got two. And this is why my wrist hurts.
Well, here is what I am going to do. I haven't pulled the yarn just yet, but here's what I have decided to get started on this week if I can. If I can't do it
Uh-huh.
this week, it'll be next week. But this is the next thing I'm going to make because I've been wanting to do this forever and just haven't
Mhm.
done it yet.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, you can do that one, Jill. I think that's great. Thank
So
you,
I'll
Jamie.
leave a link for this, but this is the
Oh, thank
Frontline
you.
Hero Bear. Everybody was making this back when COVID started, and all that. So,
Oh yeah.
but this one, I really want to make this. So that's going to be my next amigurumi.
I think you'll do fine. So y'all know that I'm working on some baby blankets.
Have to
So
mix colors.
oh my gosh, have fun. Create the different let your imagination run wild.
I know,
So,
especially with something like a cat or a dog.
mhm. So this where am I going? So this is half a quarter of the baby blanket that I've
Quarter,
been
right?
working on.
So you have it folded in half twice. Yeah.
This is half. Now this is in half. It's almost
Okay.
the swing, almost the wingspan for the baby blanket.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys remember when I started out about like from the center
I was going to say
to
you
about
were
here.
down to, yeah, that's right where you were. Now,
So
which
far,
one is this one again? The pattern?
this is Jada's and Stitches. I want to say sunburst blanket. And by the way, guys, I think this would make a fantastic scrappy blanket too. I'm
Sure.
seriously thinking about making it.
Yeah, because if you're like, I've got just little bits, you can start in the center with those, and then something you have more of, you can add on to it back. Absolutely.
So this blanket
Hi,
here.
Sharon, the
Hi,
star of the
Sharon.
day.
Yes, that was
I'm
a fabulous interview that we got to
yeah.
watch a little bit of.
I'm
So,
so sorry we were not able to stay for the entire thing. I'd already set this up to start at 8 o'clock and he went very long. So I am going to go back myself and watch it, but I did link it underneath my video from earlier today if you guys want to go and find her interview with Anthony. But how are you doing after all of that? How are you doing? I hope you are okay
yes.
with it all.
Oh my gosh.
They're loving the blanket.
I know. Well, I've got the other one that I'm making baby blanket in the jazzy. It's not as big as that one.
Okay.
So I'm doing the jazzy. I didn't bring it in. I'm sorry, guys. But I will show it next time, or I will show it on one of my videos, one of the two.
Yeah. That is very draining. So
Yes.
take some time for yourself after that because that
Oh,
can be very
definitely.
draining. Absolutely.
So, anyhow, that's what I've been kind of up to, besides making a bunch of hats.
Now the
So,
hats you're making, are they just all different ones, just whatever strikes your fancy, or
well, I've been making the pattern that
I got a joke and I've already told Alicia this joke. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What do you call an Italian? What do you call it when an Italian has a broken arm?
Not a
It's a
clue.
speech impediment.
That's right. They work with hands and sign language. Oh my gosh.
No, because
That's
they can't talk without using their hands. She probably talks to me like this on the phone when she's talking to me, I bet.
I don't know about that, so I couldn't say anything. And yes, Jeannie, I have been busy, working and playing and goofing off and collecting yarn and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Um,
Gesticulate. Is that the official word? Gesticulate.
oh my goodness. I talk with my hands sometimes.
See, I know what you're doing when you're talking to me. I was hoping I could get a little laugh in here for Sharon.
Oh yes,
Just
definitely need to have a laugh. You gotta de-stress, and laughter is one of the best medicines out there, especially when you can get those deep belly
yes,
laughters, and that you
yes.
can laugh for a good 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, I haven't had that in a long time.
she said she says Dan, her ex-husband, would say if he'd held her, not ex-husband, late husband. Yeah.
Mhm.
See, you guys know what I mean. Now, how do I know that?
We have a lot of Italians in here in the room.
Evidently. Okay. Also, I'm going to show y'all something else to make you happy. Okay, I got something in the
Okay,
mail. Y'all want to see what I got in the mail?
what'd
Can
you get
you
in the
believe
mail?
it's 47 minutes in before I've showed anything I bought?
Well, that's great because I have some things I have to show you that I recently acquired.
I can blame this on Crystal if I want to, but
Oh,
I'm not.
she did it. She made you do it? Ooh,
This
pretty.
is Mountain Meadow Wool,
Oh yeah.
Touch the West,
Mhm.
and this one is the shale dyed
Nice.
Bonfire, and the number is 5D22. It's a 2-ply sport weight worsted, 185 yards, 2 ounces, 100% mountain merino wool, grown on the Little Ranch in Buffalo, Wyoming.
Oh my gosh.
And here,
Wyoming's only like maybe 4 hours from me.
I know.
Do we need to go take a field trip one of these days?
I would love that when I'm up there. Here, I made it naked so y'all could see.
That is very pretty.
And it almost looks like a bird to me. These
Oh,
colors,
definitely.
you know what I'm saying? They look like, oh, what's it called? Not a parrot. It's not a parrot look. It's more like a mallard, maybe, like a mallard duck, maybe. Some of those just reminds me of a bird for some reason.
It reminds me of fall and
It does look
autumn.
like fall, absolutely.
Yeah,
Crystal will make you buy some yarn. But you guys, this is shale dyed. Okay.
that's cool.
So in other words, I'm guessing that it's done because shale is a type of rock. So I really
Yep.
need to look up and see how they do that because that would be a unique thing, and I
Unique
did
way
not
of
check it
dyeing it. Yeah.
before. Yeah,
There's.
Jilly's calling shotgun.
Hey, that's okay. I've got plenty of room in the car. If not, we'll figure something out.
Okay, now I got one of these. No, Cheryl, you can't have it, but it is their Laramie hand dyed.
Ooh, pretty.
It's called Pesk Flower.
Uh-huh.
Now this is a 2-ply worsted weight, 200 yards. And this one is made in Buffalo, Wyoming.
Nice. That's pretty though. Very pretty.
It's a very light lavender.
Nice. It looks blue on my end.
Yeah, it's a lavender. See that?
Nice.
But it is hand dyed. Maybe a woodpecker. Maybe.
I think you're right. It might be a woodpecker.
Might be woodpecker, yeah. So I only got one of these. And then I got these two, which are Cheyenne. This is their Cheyenne yarn.
That's my daughter's name.
Yeah.
Cheyenne.
Wild Plum is this one.
Oh, those are beautiful.
And this one is Berry. I love that these almost look like clothing, like leather, like a leather look of clothing is what they look like. They're like almost like a.
Definitely.
You see, but I'm thinking these are all three going to go together. These two are Aaron. It's the first spring flower. Okay. Awesome. But I think these three will go together.
I think they will work beautifully together. What are you going to make, a faded shawl or something? Or a scarf?
Because it's worsted, I could do just about anything, you know?
Do you have enough yardage, though?
Yeah, because it's got 200 in this one, and then the other two are 175.
That'd be a nice shoulder shawl. For sure.
I'm almost wondering if I would do maybe like a kerchief kind of thing.
Ooh, that would really be pretty. Yes.
You know, that could be just like tied right here and then hang right here.
Oh, definitely. I think you would have more than enough for that.
Hey, nothing but love, Denise. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, they are amazing. This yarn is amazing. And you guys, they sent me a coupon.
Oh,
and
nice.
So it was for like 15% off.
Ooh, that's not bad.
And a couple of them were already on sale.
And you got 15% off the top of that?
And then I got 15% off. And I'm like,
that's an amazing deal.
I should have got more. But hey, I got a little taste and it made me happy and I'm good to go. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this one because it's got 185 yards.
Make a hat out of that, Bill.
I'm really thinking a hat's going to be the best bet to do.
You got more than enough yardage for that.
Yeah, I'm really thinking that. Yeah, a hat.
So I have a little story. You guys want to hear it? It's kind of a awesome story. So you guys know how I do the thrifting stuff and stuff like that. Well, I also go to the flea markets. Around here, they're called flea markets. California, they're called swap meets, that kind of stuff like that.
Now, where are those at? Where
the flea market? There?
Yeah, where is it at?
The local flea market's right off here is off of Platt Avenue.
Okay. All right.
Here. That's the local one.
Okay.
The one that's the biggest one is the Denver one, and it's up somewhere in Denver, and it takes 2 days to get up through it, to walk through it all.
I've heard of that. My mother has talked about she always wanted to go, but
yeah. So anyhow, Brett and I and Brenton went to the flea market about 3 weeks ago, and we were walking around, and I have another story too that's going to tie into that one too. But first, we went to a yard sale. Guess what the lady had? Totes upon totes upon totes of yarn.
Oh my gosh.
Different story, but back to the flea market. Anyhow, so I'm walking around and I'm sitting there going, oh, I can, I kept on spotting yarn and I'm like, oh, I should grab that. I should grab it. And I'm like, no, Cheryl, you don't need it. You got plenty of it. So I walked up to this one.
You're getting answers. You're getting answers to what it was.
What's that? What did I do?
Oh, books.
Oh, what books?
Jeannie, first you said, guess what they had. Jeannie said books.
Oh.
Now they're saying yarn.
Yeah, now it's yarn. Anyhow, So we're walking around. I spotted yarn and everything else like that. And I walked up to this one guy. He had two brand new in plastic skeins of homespun, the
Okay.
thicker homespun.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't paying any attention to anything else. I just kind of focused on the yarn. So I asked the guy, I go, how much do you want for the yarn? And he goes, 25. And I'm like going, no, that's too much. And this is discontinued yarn. And I knew that. Okay. So he goes, then he walks over. He goes, oh, but did you see this? He pulls this up, the little case. And I'm going, no, I didn't see that. So he opens it up.
Tulips.
Tulip hooks.
7 of them.
Yep.
8 of them.
This is, yes, 8 hooks. This is almost a complete set.
Yeah.
It's missing the scissors, but it's got the measuring tape.
Because I'm looking at those spots and wondering what.
Okay. So the complete set comes with a pair of scissors and this little marker.
Oh my gosh.
And I wasn't realizing this, but he wanted $25 for this plus the yarn.
And the yarn. So was that in with the yarn or it was just sitting there?
It was sitting right next to it, folded up like this.
And you just didn't see it.
I didn't know what it was.
That's a nice case too.
So
that's a very nice portable case to just slide in your bag. I love that.
So I walked away from it and I'm going, no, that's okay. I don't need it. And until after he showed me that, he said $25. So I walked away, thought about it, and I'm going, oh my God, Cheryl, if you don't get that, you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt.
Yeah.
So I walked up to him and I go, look, I don't have 25, but I do have 20. Would you take it for all of it? He goes, well, that's $100 case. And I'm going, I know exactly how expensive tulips are. And he's not lying.
He's not lying. He's only asking 25, not 100.
Exactly. And I'm going, I go, but I only have $20. Would you take it? And I walked, and I just kind of hung out there for a minute. So anyhow, he goes, yeah, I'll take it. So I got 2 skeins of Hellspun and a case of tulip hooks. I am loving these hooks.
Okay.
These are my Cadillac hooks. Now, my Porsches and Ferraris will someday be the furl hooks that's on my dream list to get.
Yeah, hold up.
Oh my gosh.
We'll talk about that later, though.
But I call these my Cadillac hooks. I really do. So, that's
what sizes does it start with, and what you know what I'm saying?
So this here starts with 3.25, which is a D. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, can you see that? Okay. A D3.
Right there. Okay. Yeah. So it starts with a D.
Mm-hmm. And it ends. What did I miss?
Once a lifetime find. Up to a J. All right. So D through J.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So I'm like, yeah, I was not expecting to see the tulip hooks.
So talk to me about what they feel like. I've never tried a tulip, ever.
I've been using the J, not the I, because that's what my favorite hook is the I.
Okay.
Now I have Susan Bates, I have the boys, and I use those a lot. Okay. When I run the yarn, on this, you can feel how smooth And I mean smooth.
Talking
The
about the
yarn
shaft
fly
itself, the way the yarn moves over the shaft.
right over here.
Mhm.
Shut up, Brett.
Listen, Mr. Foxy, this is a family show.
I keep on trying to tell him that, but he doesn't want to go there. He's saying there's too much smooth in the smooth. So anyhow, in the shaft, it is really smooth.
Now, do you have any issues with the length right here?
Now, I will say this. I do wish that it was a little bit longer.
Okay, now
It
and this is the thing, because when we have a little bigger hand,
like me.
okay, so that is an issue because we want it to come all the way out here.
So
Oh,
this is
you're
how I
one of
go.
those. Oh, so you're
Yes,
one of those, and you still wish it were longer here.
I wish it
Okay.
was a little bit longer in the shaft, in the back. I don't know why.
We've seen his horns already. Hi,
Yeah,
Mary Bell.
he's pulling the Viking thing out really well. So anyhow, but I'm
The arm.
finding the
Okay.
more I use it, the more I use the hook, I'm finding it's the more comfortable. But like I said, I'm a pencil grip. This is
Yeah.
how I hold
Yeah.
my hooks.
And I'm a knife grip.
Now this would be pretty easy as a knife grip, but this is uncomfortable for me. It really
Is
is.
it?
hmm The only time I
Okay.
use this type of grip is if my wrist is hurting
Uh-huh.
and I need to give that break. I'll
Interesting.
change it. I'll change it to that. But
I
then
didn't
again, it's like 3 stitches and I'm back to the Jeannie's like going, oh, no wonder he's listening.
yeah, he's
Oh my goodness, it's too funny.
I hadn't heard of anybody. You guys are surprising me because you're switching back and forth.
What's that?
You're not the only one that switches back and forth. Sylvia does too.
Well, the thing it
And
is, I do that when my wrist is tired, and I will be honest with you, working the blanket yarn and working 2 amigurumis back to back, it killed my wrist here.
why, that really surprises me. So many people do both grips. Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. This right here, this ain't work. This is never going to happen for me. Never.
I can do that all
I
day
just
long.
I'm like I can't even get coordinated. It's not happening. This is the
Yep.
this is never happening.
Yeah, and that's the only time I go to that knife grip is when my wrist is actually hurting a lot and I've overstressed it.
And I should try, but it's just like with the knitting,
hmm
you know, that I don't do continental because I can't make my brain do it. I can't. And I know it's muscle memory. We talk about muscle memory with this stuff all the time, and I know it's
hmm
muscle memory, but at the same time it's like I just, for some reason, I'm really stuck in my ways with a lot of different things. Oh, I
Sharon
don't.
says she hates middle school math. I don't blame you. I would hate the school math this time around. It's not fun.
See, and that's the way I am, Jilly. So
Yep.
you don't know which direction you're going, Alicia?
Oh my gosh. It's basically how what feels the most comfortable in your hands, really.
And that's what I think too,
hmm
which is
And that's how I feel about the knife grip for me. I feel it's uncomfortable and it feels um awkward. But I'll do it to give my wrist a break for a minute. But like I said, it only goes maybe 3 or 4 stitches and that's it. I'm back to the pencil grip.
yeah. It is really all in how you are comfortable
hmm
and for me, I grew up that way. My
Yeah.
mother did that, and so that's where I learned. And then I'm going to tell you honestly, the first time I saw that in person, the pencil grip, was Mr. Fiber's aunts, Betty and Sue. They both
Mm-hmm.
do that, and I looked at them thinking, "What are you doing?"
Hi,
That's
Crystal.
me. Hi, Crystal. Watching
Oh my,
Dexter and finishing a summer top tutorial and listening to this live all at once. You go, girl. Thank you for coming in.
yes, thank you. But yes, um, so it's just one of those things that I found that I tend to do periodically and stuff.
Yeah, it's I don't know why. I just can't I really can't I can't change. 50 something years old, it's just not going to happen. I've tried really hard with on the knitting. I've really tried with the Continental, and I can
Hmm.
do it for a little while, but then it's like I just can't. I get so frustrated.
Now I'm still learning the knitting part, so I have no idea what continental means. I have no idea what some of the stitches you're
Okay,
talking
so
about.
where are you holding your yarn? Are you holding the yarn? Does the yarn sit to your right, or does it sit directly in front of you?
My left. Let me pull out
The
these
yarn
things.
sits to your left.
So if I'm casting on, I will use the left side and I throw my yarn.
Okay.
Okay.
You
And then
throw it with your right hand. Yeah.
yeah. And when I work, I work this way. So I work the stitch like so. So like there's this, let's do
Hi,
this.
Nancy.
So like if the yarn's like this, I will work it from the front and go like that. And then I cast it
Yeah,
like that.
that's exactly what I do.
I don't know why. That feels comfortable for me. So
Yeah, I think it's a real thing. And sometimes I wonder, and English, okay, so Continental and English. And I think I'd have to look up the differences again because I always forget the differences.
mhm. And that's something that I got so many hooks and so many knitting needles. So I'm like
And
going,
also, I did
woo.
want to say, I prefer my clovers,
Mhm.
and I'm going to upset you now because I know so many people love the furls, and when I first got them, I liked the feel, but
Uh-huh.
I'm finding that for most things, I would prefer something other than an inline. For
Well,
me,
I have not tried the clover hooks yet. That's on my list to get and do a review. But right now, I'm loving these tulips.
yeah, yep.
So, I mean, for
And
me,
it's going
this,
to sound really weird, but the one that I really, really like, hold on, let me get my other project.
Deneen says she can make a plain beanie in about an hour and 45 minutes using Continental.
I don't doubt that at all. And that's one of the reasons I wish I could do it. Right now, the one that is feeling really, really good to me
Mm-hmm.
is this one.
I have that. I think I have one of those too, but I haven't gotten it very much. And sharing says I keep saying I'm going to try knitting again, and then I try a new crochet pattern. Sharon, I do the same thing. I
But
need to do that more.
I remember the term, but right now I can't think of it.
What's
So
that?
the boy hook is not an inline, and I cannot remember, but I can't
No,
remember what the
the
head is
Susan
called.
Bates. The Susan Bates are an inline because that's a Susan Bates.
Yes, but what is
This is
this
a
one
very
called?
old Susan Bates. It looks like a boy's head to me.
Yes, but
That's a boy.
but there's a name for it, is what they're saying.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Tapered?
Tapered. There we go. Tapered. Yes.
So tapered or inline?
Mm-hmm. Well, I know this. If you look at the inline, I mean the Susan Bates, it also has a very pointy tip.
Mm-hmm.
You
And I've
see
heard
that?
people say that they prefer that too.
And this is the boy. Here, there we go. You can
Yeah,
see it's
it
kind of
is.
got a pointy hit tip, but it doesn't have the sharpness of the inline or the Susan Bates.
But I really like this. Hits me good. See how my fingers go right there?
Uh-huh.
And then when I right here and see it hits me very well. Hi, Tammy.
Yep. You know, I'll be honest with you. I mean, even though this is a boy hook and it's got that comfort grip, it does have, if you hold it, it does have a nice,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
The
point there.
difference is, and what I'm liking about this, and shut up, Mr. Foxy, but it's got a longer shaft right there.
I don't think Mr. Foxy's listening because he's got his his music videos going.
But it comes all the way. Here's where your thumbs go.
Mm-hmm.
It's that all the way down to there, and you've got all of this room.
Mm-hmm.
Knife grip.
Now, I have these guys these were the Country Bear hooks, and I tend to do this with them. But to me, it's like a nice weight on that. But they would have the same effect too.
Right. So you're having to get that muscle memory back, Starla. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. English is yarn in the right hand. Continental is yarn in the left. Knitting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That,
I knew there was a difference, but for some reason it wasn't coming to me. But I really like and Chelsea was telling me they have these because this does not say boy on it.
Uh-huh.
And I call it boy only because of that tapered head on it. But they have these at Hobby Lobby.
Yes.
And all
Sorry,
the sizes.
guys, I'm moving my camera.
I got to put this back with my project.
I got to plug in. There we go.
Oh my gosh, we've been on for an hour and 13. Does anybody have any questions? We need to go over. Don't forget to email to me, and that I'll put that in here. I have my email is loaded in here.
Also, guys, remember I talked to you guys about finding a extra copy of the Happy Gurumi? So here it is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to go into the quarterly prize.
For this quarter?
We can. And then we've got the Pooh Bear.
Yes.
The pattern book.
So now last time what we did is they chose what they wanted, right?
Yes. So they would have a choice of the Pooh Bear book or the Happy Gurumi book for that on that part. But I also, what's this? Knife grip, and I was coping what I saw Grandma doing the past summer. Okay. Nice. I got to do this one. So Miss Gilliam and I
hope I did this right because I want to make sure I put that in there before I forget. Did I do that right?
Yes.
Okay, that's Cheryl's email that you can send pictures to her of your amigurumi. Or the Facebook group. And if you do, because at Dawn's World, I know if she's still here, I know she does Instagram. But be sure that you put the hashtag, and I'll put the hashtag in here.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So Miss Gilliam and I went to one of my local Goodwill stores, And we were looking at the blankets, and we were just looking at some of the patterns on the blankets. Well, I pulled two of them out, and I'm like going, these are kind of shaped funny for blankets, thinking to myself, and I'm like going, open it up, and they're triangle shawls.
Oh.
They had put it in with the blanket stuff. So anyhow,
Oh.
we were talking. I was telling Jilly, I really hate seeing these things here like this. They're just, to me, that's just a lot of work for what they did into these
And they're
shawls
just
and
going to sit
stuff.
there. They're just
Yeah.
going to sit there because nobody knows what to do with them.
So her and I were talking and brainstorming, and this is all Miss Julie M's ideas. So we wound up buying the shawls.
Okay.
And I'm going to show them off on my videos and give credit where credit is due. And then I'm going to take those shawls and I'm going to go over to a senior home, and I'm going to give the shawls to some of the ladies there.
Awesome.
And then I picked up another Afghan blanket that I'm like going, oh my gosh, I've got so many Afghan blankets. I'm going to do a whole video.
You've rescued several of those.
I've been doing that a lot. And now I'm finding I have no place to put them. Either on my bed or on the couches, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, we picked up those. Well, Miss Julie bought them, and she said, here, give them to the ladies at the nursing home. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working on.
Okay.
So, and now she's got me going, thinking if I go back to do that and check for shawls and stuff, then I think that's what I'm going to do periodically. And that way they're not sitting at the thrift store.
Right.
And getting destroyed or whatever. I'd give them to the nursing homes.
Now, you know that Mr. Fiber took one apart recently.
Yes.
I have not put this into cakes yet.
I'm kidding you not. I have a blanket in that colorway.
Do you have any idea what it is?
I think it's an older Red Heart, but then again, I don't know for sure. It could even be a Dazzle from Karen.
A what?
A Dazzle yarn.
Oh, the Dazzle-air, like the Dazzle. This doesn't feel like the Dazzle-air. Might be
No,
Dazzle or Dazzle.
It probably is one of the. I don't have it here next to me, but it's probably an old. Yes, I do. See, like I have. If I can find. All right. So like this I know for a fact has to be an old Red Heart skein.
Yeah. And it's like a color that's not used anymore, right?
It's a discontinued colorway. But it's got purples, greens, browns. I think brown. Looks more like a mud color.
Okay.
But yeah. There we
go.
I don't guys can see that very well.
So this is one of the blankets Mr. Fiber took apart.
Oh my goodness.
Wait. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
That's a lot of yarn.
And here's what I've decided to do with at least part of it.
What's that?
The mat that I made for Chelsea.
Uh-huh.
I want to do at least a couple of mats because this yarn is scratchy.
Oh yeah, it's older yarn.
This is older yarn. So I'm thinking about making the pet mats with it.
That's a good idea.
But I want to hold them. I'm gonna do some cakes of this one and hold them together with this one.
Oh, that would work really good.
Because when I did hers, I held 3 strands together.
Uh-huh.
So
That's a lot of yarn. How many knots are in that?
I don't know.
That's a lot of yarn. That's a big, big ball.
Most of these, when I wound them up,
Mm-hmm.
I would stop and, like, if there was a knot, I would stop and go to a next cake.
And make another cake
Yeah.
out of it. I didn't do that. I would just leave it in there and just continue to wind it up. That's what I do. What did you do?
Hey, I made him jump.
Oh, no. That's not cool.
It's funny, though. I made
That's
Cerberus jump, y'all.
that's too funny.
Okay,
So
we're at an hour and 20 minutes, so we're going to have to wrap up real soon.
yes. But
I know. And I knew this was going to be hard because we haven't seen each other in so long. So.
Oh, I know. I wanted to show you guys too that I also got some more pattern books.
Okay. And where was this at? Was that when you went with Julianne to the thrift store?
I have more pattern books, yes, but that's going to be on a video. But this is from Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And these were a couple of things that, periodically bought over, but
okay.
This is one thing that I got.
No.
From Amazon. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but it's pretty easy to read on those. So, but that's one book. It's all about unicorns.
Good night, Bonnie. We're going to be going here very soon.
Oh, and I also got a Mary Maxim catalog.
I did too. And a Hirschner's this week, both.
And then I also got volume 2 of Monsters, amigurumi monsters. I have a couple of them that I'd like to do. Let's see if I can show you a picture. Yeah, this will have to do. Whoops. All right.
Tippy toe monsters.
There we go.
That is cute.
So that's going to be on my list.
That one is really cute.
But let's see if I have a
I know.
picture of all of them together real quick. There we go.
Did you see Sharon's in Facebook? The ones that she posted recently?
No, I don't think so, but I'll have to go back and check.
She posted something with fur yarn.
Oh, no, I saw her video on that, and I'm going, oh my gosh, girl, that's such a wonderful idea. I didn't get a chance to comment.
Sylvia.
But this is all the patterns that's in this book. The monsters.
Looks like good stuff.
It looks like they're pretty fairly easy, but we'll see if my brain can handle it. So that's one. That's 2.
Don't touch it. Good night, Nancy. I know people are starting to head out. So
yeah. Okay, real quick. So when I was on Amazon, I wanted to pick up some dragon pattern books.
Right.
So I got this one thinking that this guy was going to be in here. Okay.
And that one on the front is so cute.
It is. And I also picked up this one thinking the same thing.
Yeah. And that's that great big one. I forget. I want to say that Sin's Crafting World. I want to say that Sin did that. I'm not positive.
But I'm going to be very brutally honest with everybody.
Yeah. Tell them what happened. I know what happened with this, you guys. I saw this a minute ago.
These books are the exact same books, just different covers.
And
and the same picture of the designer who I have seen recently on Ravelry as these things. So I think these were stolen patterns.
I think so too.
And so here's the designer. Oh, I can see her. Which way am I going? Can you see her?
You're good. Yeah.
Okay.
And I really want to say, Cheryl, that I'm almost positive. We can't really read that anyway. It doesn't matter.
Well, anyhow, this is the patterns on here, and the pattern is Vincent the Dragon, Dragon Amigurumi,
Hi, Dawn Marie.
Jeanette the Dragon, Fernan the Dragon, Dragon Hand Puppet, and Cutesy Green Dragon. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but that's what it says, the contents.
Okay.
This is that book. Different book.
Mm-hmm.
Same designer.
Yep.
Same table of contents.
Now, are those in there?
Yes.
Okay, so those patterns are actually in there, and they're in both books.
Mm-hmm. Both books.
But
both books, same patterns.
Neither of the patterns that are on the cover
are in the books.
In either of the books.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to probably have my husband, because it was through his Amazon link, write a review saying that these were not what they appeared to be, and they didn't show off the pattern designer's name. On top of that, they didn't have the pattern that was on the book to begin with, and we feel that the patterns were stolen.
You're frozen for me.
I am. I don't know why.
Well, we're fixing to hang up, so.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, I'll have to show you guys on another one. But I also picked up.
Yeah, she's frozen. But we're fixing to hang up anyway. But anyway, yeah. So you guys here's the thing. Be very, very careful about what you get on Amazon is all we're saying.
Yes.
So.
Okay, I'm sorry, Cheryl. Guys. I don't know how to fix that, or I don't know how to fix that, or I would. But
well, here's what I can do. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to remove. Now you come back in. Come back in. No? Didn't work?
Nope. I'm going to have to leave StreamYard.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and go, you guys. You know that's Cheryl, and she's waving at you. Thank you guys so very much for being here. I really appreciate it. You coming by and getting caught up with me and Cheryl. Be sure you hit that thumbs up before you go. Thank you for watching this back. I love you, Chelsea. I love you, Carrie. I love you, Sailor. I love you, Solomon and Oliver. And thank you for coming by. I'll see you guys again soon. Tomorrow morning will be Coffee and Crime, so come by and check it out at 7:15 in the morning. I will get that put up for you before I go to bed tonight. So, all right. Love y'all. We'll see you later. Thank you so much.